Hey everybody, so I wanted to thank you guys for just really enduring this month, and I know a lot of us have had some challenges, whether it's just struggling with slow business or just some personal things going on with yourselves, and I just really want to commend each and every one of you for sticking it out, for knowing that you know, you've got us to rely on, as you know, we've got your back, but then also to just learn that, you know, you can come clean and be open and honest about that using, you know, your social media platform that you are comfortable with. And I really feel that by showing their true selves, you know, the good, bad, and the ugly, that's what our followers and even the ones that don't click like, are like Facebook stalkers, do appreciate, is knowing that we are real, you know, and be true. You know, if you don't normally wear a stitch of makeup, then don't always do videos, you know, all done up. Or, you know, if you don't normally wear, you know, business attire or regular clothes, then just be you. You know, for me, most people know that my hair is going to be usually crazy in some sort. I'm not really going to have makeup on very often, and I'm always in some kind of workout clothes, and that's just how I am, because I would rather people know the real me, so that if they do come across me, you know, like at the store, they recognize me. They know, like, oh, I totally know who you are because I remember seeing you off of Facebook or Instagram. I would hate it if someone actually saw me in public and did not recognize me, because what I put out on social media is not what they normally would see walking around. And so with that said, there's a few things I just want to just talk shop and business-wise and get us prepared for next week. That we did have our sneak peek of Quarter Force yesterday. It was Monday, and I really hope that you all got to experience it, because those sneak peeks really allow us so that we can get firsthand knowledge on what to tell people if they're interested in a program. What are the instructors like? What is the cueing like? You know, even what's the music like? People care about that kind of stuff. What's going to be really fun is that we're also going to, hey.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
No, it's okay. I was just talking shop. I was just about to say that although we had sneak peek Quarter Force yesterday, they are going to have extend it. They're going to have the sneak peek Thursday, Friday, I think till Sunday.
Oh, sweet.
As well. So that'll be really nice to have if people missed.
Yeah, Margot couldn't get it all downloaded, so.
Okay. Yeah, so if people missed it, so we've got that chance, which is really nice. And then I just wanted to reiterate about how the release is going to be for people who are new and have never experienced a new program release.
Right.
On Halloween, it'll be
on demand, right?
It'll be just on demand and challenge packs.
Oh, and challenge packs?
Yes.
Sweet. And then,
so, if somebody wants to buy, like say something like I have a friend of mine, yeah, Theo. So I have a friend who just wants to buy the program. She wants the actual DVDs. I was like, well then girl, you gotta wait till November 1st. I was like, why do you want the DVDs? Like, that's so old now. We don't do that anymore. I'm like, you okay?
Not everybody has Wi-Fi at their job.
That's true.
That's why I like the DVDs, because I have more room at work. So.
Right, that's true. So that's how that works. And it always confuses people. It's like, okay, so you can only sell challenge packs or on demand. And I believe that it also means like the on-demand challenge pack.
Okay.
If they want to get it, which I'm super excited to actually have that now, to have that digital challenge pack option.
Right.
We've always had, I mean, we've always had getting Beachbody on demand, but they're just making it, you know, just like a little bit different. Do you know what I mean? By having it a specific program being digital with the challenge pack. And so what's nice is that they're going to get 90 days of, you know, access to Core de Force as well as the rest. But then they'll get their Shakeology. What was I going to say? That was it, actually, for that one. I already did that. Sorry, I'm like clicking and trying to talk at the same time. Clearly that doesn't work. Can't click and talk at the same time. Like apparently they use like the same part of my brain or something. So I'm super excited for that. I think my best friend Shauna, who did the workout with me yesterday, she really liked it. She's like, I really think this is going to be a program. She got 21 Day Fix and she did well. Maybe like, maybe for 2 rounds. But then after that, it just really wasn't for her. And, you know, she just got annoyed, you know, because then you already know what Autumn's going to say. And it's just different. So
not like Shanti and you can do 8 rounds.
Yeah, exactly. Because he says something different, motivational wise. His words that he chooses is different each time. You know, from when like yesterday I did T25, and I was like, oh my God, this sucks even now.
Dude, today I did size.
Yeah.
I'm like, after doing country heat for almost 2 months, and you jump into size, it's like, what the heck? This is hard. I was panting. I'm like, oh boy, I need to go get back into it.
Yeah. So it was good to experience the program yesterday. And she even admitted, you know, because you know she's trained with me before, so you know she's familiar with the moves. You know, we know what all of our punches are, and we know our knees and stuff like that. But it was just nice, and she's done like 1, maybe 2 combat workouts with me, and so she knows like it's nothing like combat either. Like I think Core de Force is more
slower. It's slower.
Yes, it's slower. You get a lot more time to work on those combinations. You know, it's very basic. It's great for someone as a beginner, but it's still really good for someone who's advanced because it gets you to practice your form. Then you can practice your speed, you know, and then you can start looking like it's effortless, like, you know, like Jericho does. She does it like it doesn't look like it's hard at all. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm trying to keep up. You know, and she's just like, this is just so fun and talking, and I'm out of my breath. So that's what I do like, that it's not overcomplicated, you know.
Right.
Combat to me is more complex because it's not just one type. I mean, Core de Force is not one type of martial arts either, but they're all very similar martial arts.
Right.
You know, combat, we're going from like Taekwondo, karate to boxing. Right. You know, it's so different. Like you have to have like I feel like with combat, eventually you must be someone who picks it up fast, or you have to have background in something other than boxing as far as
you gotta have a passion for it.
Yeah, exactly. You want to actually learn it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just the difference, you know. Do I feel like it's a completely different workout comparing combat versus Core de Force.
Right.
Sometimes with combat, I just feel like I'm all over the place. Be like, you know, this section of Taekwondo crap, I just need to get through it because I don't know if I'm doing it right. But let's just get through it. But with Core de Force, I haven't had that feeling that I was like, oh, I'm just lost. Let me just get through it and I'll figure it out. It's just very clear, very specific.
Right.
You have, you have a minute to do that combination. Then you have a 30-second spike. Then you go back to a minute and you have a 30-second spike. So because you have so much time, there's really no reason why you can't get it, at least by the end. Maybe that first minute, you're still trying to figure it out. But by the last 2-3 minutes, especially the last, 2.5 minutes or 1.5 minutes, I mean, you should be getting the hang of it.
Right.
The only thing that I miss, and I miss it on all of the new programs since we had Max 30, is being able to have that modifier track, being able to have that camera constantly on the modifier.
Right.
So I'm wondering, I really hope that they do that for this one, because I think it's really essential for this kind of to be able to show that, she might be modifying, but when I was watching her, when I could, she's still punching. She's still got power, she's not just like, I'm not really gonna do much. She was still punching hard.
Okay, actually, she was doing better than the skinny blonde girl.
Oh, with the pink sweat. What is this called? Sports bra? Yeah. Yeah. So I really hope they have that. That would be. I really like that with Max 30.
Right.
That's what I was really able to push, was modifying with that, and I think that's why a lot of people started and got Max 30, was because of that modifying track, that you could split screen and you could still see what everybody else is doing, but you always know what the modifier is doing.
Right.
I feel that's important. Even though Tony's always had a modifier, he just doesn't always have that modifier track. Hold on. Well, did hardcore have the track?
No, you couldn't follow them because they never were on there.
That's right. They were moving.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's the only thing. I really hope they do have that. I thought it was great. It was a ton of fun.
Sorry, I'm eating dinner.
Don't worry about it. It's all good. My dinner's sitting on the counter. It's all good. So that's it as far as what to expect. How the launch will go. I'm gonna get the on demand, just because that's what I always do. But I'll still probably end up getting the DVD set and use that as a giveaway.
Right.
And that's just my thing. I had a couple people asking me about the bracelets, and I was like, a long time ago, I do know Annette ordered some, and we were supposed to get together.
But you know how many sets I got out of it? 26. That's it. And you should see all the ones I have left.
That sucks.
So for the money,
yeah,
it was okay, but not really.
Yeah, not doing it again.
I would do it if I can pick out only my colors.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll have to look. Sorry.
I'm already out of them.
Yeah. I'm going to have to look and see. Like, there's got to be.
I made different colored ones, but with the white, I don't think I just wouldn't send them to my customers.
No.
Because they're already off colors, and they're not as stretchy as ours.
Oh.
So, I know some of my bigger girls can't even wear them.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll look into it and see. I mean, I'm hoping that they'll just sell these, or be nice if if you order a challenge pack, you get a set.
Right. Just throw in a set.
That would be really cool. But I don't know what they're doing with this. I don't know how they're handling it. But yeah, I just had someone talk about it to me yesterday. I was like, "Ooh, I need to bring that up to Annette."
But you know what? I might have a couple extras I can give you.
Okay. I mean, no worries. I'm not.
Because I mailed all of mine out already, except for 3 sets. And I'm done. That's it until I find another vendor to buy more from, that I can pick out my own colors. And then I think I probably might have 3 sets left. So
okay, if you do, I would love to have them. I know. I mean, I've got at least one person that I know for sure that wants to use them.
Okay.
So thank you. So pretty much today's call, I just wanted to share some little aha moments that I had while reading. I have too many books I'm reading all at one time.
I know, you just got 2 more today.
I did, but I'm only reading one of them right now, and I actually really love it, but I'm not going to talk about that one just yet. What I want to talk about first is one of the chapters that I was reading in my Talk Feelings book, and I realized that I'm not reading every single section because not every single section pertains to me. Sorry, let me turn this fan off.
Okay.
But there were 2 that did that I was highlighting like a ton, and then I was like, why am I highlighting? Just bracket the sections that are important instead of like 20 lines.
Right.
So this one was in the section about self-esteem, which is really good. I'm not going to say it's not good because it is. I mean, self-esteem is definitely probably the #1 issue, at least for most women. I wonder why. And there's a lot of reasons as to why, we have self-esteem issues. But he talks about, and it was really funny, he refers to Donald Trump, so I had to like bring it up. I was like, oh my God, that's his perfect timing. And I don't know if you're a Democrat or not, but anybody can at least admit that this is funny. So he says that people think self-esteem is like the hallmark of good mental health. So if you have good self-esteem, that means like mentally you are like wired correctly. No. He's like, that is not the truth. He's like, that's not how it works. He's like, he's like, Donald Trump has more than enough self-esteem. But if what's going on top of his head is a reflection of what's going on inside, then his mental health is in trouble. That's like the second paragraph to the very beginning of this chapter about self-esteem. And I had to read it because I didn't get it. I was like on the top of his head. I'm thinking like top of his head, like brain. And I was like, what? And I read it, I'm like, oh, top of his head, his hair. Yes, that's the best explanation that I think everyone would get that one. And it's true because people who feel good because of something they don't have control, and they first are going to feel like they're failures when their luck like runs out. And he talks about how like advertisers, they do this a lot with their products, like making us think, feel like we're a winner, or we're beautiful, or we're fashionable. Who's that? Hi, Margot. But it's like it's all about appearances. But then as soon as like it doesn't work, like those it work raps, like it's a lot of times they'll show these before and after pictures. It's like, well, holy crap, like, well, I want to lose skin like that, not have saggy skin, or go from having a baby to like having like a 4-pack. But then it's like when you don't get it, then you feel like a failure. Like you feel like, well, I'm a loser. Well, that didn't work for me. And then what happens? Like self-esteem is shot, and then you start doubting yourself when really it was the products or the marketer, the person advertising behind the scenes. That was their whole intention. They didn't really expect you to be successful. And so when I was reading on in the chapter, it was talking about unleashing the power of persuasion. And he's very like harsh about it, where, he admits that some people you're just not going to be able to be you're going to suck at being persuasive. Like, that's just it. You're just going to suck at it. And then others, he's like, you can work hard all you want. He's like, but there's going to be a limit to like how well you can do it. And to not try to like control like your confidence in your power of persuasion as much as you wish for it. So there's going to be a lot of people who like yearn for the power to be able to persuade, and that's fine, because as long as you are trying to do them for like some reason, you can't be like those are the people who are like the horrible salespeople, who don't believe in any of the product. It's just the bottom line, like the product or the sales goal. Or it has nothing to do with them. They just want to, screw over the person next to them, or, bankrupt the next business. That's the only reason why they're trying to, you know, persuade you or move you away from where you are at and to come join them. And he said to just follow a common sense procedure for weighing your decisions. That if you are the person you wish to persuade, instead of pushing their emotional buttons, pretend you're a coach or advisor responsible for reviewing all the reasons for and against a decision. Take into account the consequences and your client's values. And I think that we do that. At least I would hope so, that we would do that. And I mean, there's going to be, yes, moments where we're pushing that emotional button, but it's more like seasonal, like the seasonal buttons, you know what I mean? Like the holiday's coming, so let's, you know, have a game plan on how to attack it. So it's those kinds of buttons. It's not literally we're attacking a specific person, and then almost as if like you've guilt tripped them, you know, or you've totally pulled one over them. They didn't even realize that, you know, you just swindled them, you know what I mean? If they're gonna feel like, oh crap, you know, she just got me out of $140 and this crap doesn't work. You know, they're not gonna feel like that. Because we actually care about what they're doing, because we've been asking all those questions. We've been figuring out what they want, what their goals are, how they feel, or how they're going to feel. Also, you know, when they reach the goals, but how do they currently feel? Or how did they feel after, you know, they fell off the wagon and gave in and said, screw it, I'm just going to go ahead and eat that burger, or, you know, or have that milkshake, or eat that whole pie. It's probably what I would have done.
Hello.
Hi.
Kristen?
Yes.
Annette?
Yes.
Margot.
Hi, Margot.
Hey, I missed the beginning of what you were talking about. What was your topic today?
Oh, so I was just talking a little bit about unleashing the power of persuasion.
Oh, give me some. Give me some of that. Give me some of that so I can share it with those people out there that I try to talk to.
I definitely will. So in my book that I've been reading, and I was telling Annette this, and I actually really enjoy it, I literally just go through and I find the certain topics I feel I need. And so today I was reading it and I thought, you know what? This I think is really necessary for all of us, because I think a lot of times we feel like when we're trying to persuade someone, that's where it turns into feeling like we are being salesy, or pushing a product, and then it sort of turns into like a negative, where then either we might be making people are, you know, being not interested. They're like, oh, I don't know about it now. Or maybe we just feel like we're bugging them because we're following up with them, or we're just we feel like maybe we're saying the same things over and over again, and then yet not getting a result, not getting a sale, them not, you know, actually just making that decision, being like, yes, I'm going to get the challenge pack. Yes, I'm going to join your challenge group. Let's do it. And really, I feel like, and what I was reading was, you know, once you start to feel like it's too salesy, or you're trying to make a deal kind of a moment, that's where you just need to take a step back and decide, you know, do you feel this person can handle you pushing? Is it just because they're making excuses and they're just doing roundabout? Or maybe if they're continuing to do that, then we're not giving them the different information that they're really needing to make that decision. We might be saying the same things, but that's not the new information they need to hear. So like, I know for myself, I haven't really lately been talking about the benefits of Shakeology as much as I have before. And I know Carl Deichler had mentioned, you know, if we talked about our shake as much as we, you know, get so damn excited about the stupid pumpkin spice Starbucks, or, you know, talking about our coffee, you know, we'd be getting Shakeology out there to so many more people. More people would be knowledgeable of it. We wouldn't have to keep educating people and for them to even know what's in Shakeology, what are the benefits, why does it cost, $140 if you're not a coach? Why is it that I should spend that much versus maybe $30 at Sprouts or Whole Foods for a smaller container? Because you're not going to get 30-day supply, and you're only getting protein in there. You're getting very few other superfoods, I know Annette, we talked about it last week, how before she had Shakeology, she spent already over $100, I think, on maybe 2 or 3 different ingredients that are already in Shakeology. So right then and there, you already blew your whole wad, or your whole, investment of Shakeology in like 3 ingredients, when Shakeology now has, how many superfoods do we have? You know what I mean? And how many grams of protein is there? And, different pea proteins and, all the stuff that you have these other options. So I know for myself, I need to do a better job at sharing and explaining the benefits of Shakeology. But I'm not sharing the benefits of Shakeology to other people. I'm sharing the benefits of how it's benefited me in my lifestyle. Because that's another thing. People don't want to be told what to do. They just want to be able to connect and be like, well, it's worked for her, and she had this lifestyle, and maybe she had these issues or this problem, and I trust her because I see what she does. I see that it's every single day. It's not just like, oh, this is my pick of the week, and then next week you see that she's got something different. So I always like to relate it as far as how it's currently affecting me. And same thing with my workouts, I always share how I feel, how it's changed my body. It's changed either maybe my mentality, maybe, you're not seeing as far as the changes that you'd like to see as far as your clothes, but at the end, you feel like a badass. Like lately I've been doing combat, and I feel like an absolute badass at the end of it. Like, I got this, like if someone wants to attack me, I could do a back kick and a knee and a punch. And I'm good. I know how to do a roundhouse kick now. So I was like, I'm good. You're not going to mess with me.
That's funny that you were talking about the ingredients in Shakeology, because right before I was getting ready to go to bed, and I saw that you were on and you're in the meeting, and I'd just gotten through taking umpteen pictures. I couldn't get just one good picture of the back of the bag.
Yeah.
I just got through messaging a woman, a friend of mine, an old friend of mine, through fitness, had seen my post today in my group page about the Shakeology giveaway with the DVDs, the Country Heat. Honestly, I don't like Country Heat. I'm too left feet. That's not a workout for me, but some people might like that. Some people might like that, and I'm real honest about it. And I don't mind giving it away, but Annette put the thought in my head, and I thought, well, okay, I'll try it, because I'm tired of giving stuff away. Well, a real good friend of mine that's in that group, in my page, she messaged me, and she wanted to know how much it was, and I told her I sent her a private message. And first thing she did is said, do you like it better than Isogenics? Okay, we have a mutual friend. So I was just real honest and told her what I told our mutual friend. And then I said a year ago, I tried Shakeology, and I never looked back. And I started getting into sales in it in August. And then I immediately, she didn't come back at me after I told her. That was what I said. I was honest. But then immediately I thought, let me just send her a picture of what the stuff has in it. Because to write it down, I can't. So I just took a picture of my 7-day sampler pack showing all the different flavors and the front of what it has in it. And then I said, it's got a whole lot more than that. I said, I'm going to send you a slew of pictures. And I captured each segment of what Shakeology has in it, and at the bottom with its proprietary blend, superfood blend. And I just messaged her that, and then I just, let it go. So it's the ball's in her part now, so we'll see what happens. But I think she would be an excellent lead for me because she knows a lot of people in the community here. So it's not a matter of wanting to sell it so much. It's just to have that one person that you know that they might actually really like that, and that could just be a really good thing for this area. It could be a really good thing for this area. Yes, it would help me, but it would be a good thing for a lot of people that keep saying, oh, it's too expensive, and how do you pay for it? And, you know, how they don't get it because they haven't taken the time to search or find out. They see commercials, they read Google, they hear things, and one thing that they might hear could blow into something bigger than what it actually is. And before they would decide to give anybody the time of day to go over it with them, just to say, look, when it boils down to this, this is the cost, and it's not that at all. That's a one-time fee. So it's like, it is hard to try and get the word out there to get people to try it. It's not hard to get the word out, but it's hard to get people to really jump on board and really try it. I was lucky to get 2 people that trusted me enough. And this lady trusts me too. I don't know why she asked me that question about isogenics. Maybe she knew that I had tried it or bought into it. So I was honest with her. And anyway, I also told her, I said, you know, Shakeology is in the top 10 list as well as Isogenics is. It's right up there in the top 10 list. You know, I'm not saying anything bad one way or the other, but this is what I think. This is how I feel. I never looked back. And our mutual friend knows that. So it's not like I'm trying to hide anything.
Right.
I'm not trying to be vicious or anything like that. But talking about the superfoods and the powers that it has in it, and what I have switched over to doing, my post yesterday, I tend to write, and then sometimes I'm thinking, no, just go with 3 things or real short, clear to the point. And what I posted yesterday had to do with exactly what I said about longevity, agility, and mobility. And I could have written a whole bunch of things about that, but, you know, I want people to think about that. And that's where I'm headed with this, because there is a great deal of power food in that bag. And I'll be 60 next year. So it's like, I know there is, you know, and I've tried everything. I've done everything. And this is the first thing that I have ever found that didn't affect me in an unnatural way, or I don't hit rock bottom. Right. You know, and it's something that I can take that's naturally healthy, good for me. So anyway, there I'm done.
I think a great thing that you could do on your page is, and I've had Annette do this. I've had a lot of coaches, and I've done it too. Is maybe, you know, it doesn't have to be every day, but think of, you know, a common objection that you have, you know, or excuse, whatever, you know, you want to call it. And
give me an example.
Like it's too expensive. Like, how do you afford it, right? And you just say, you know, you could say it just like it is. I hear this a lot. Shakeology is too expensive. How do I afford it? And then you go, you know what? Here's how I'm going to break it down. And just like how we said, you know, how much do you think it's going to cost you to just get one ingredient? And pick an ingredient. You could do like spirulina or ashwagandha. People don't know what the hell that is anyways, probably, first off. Then
to ashwagandha?
Yeah. So, you know, pick one.
Hey,
do you know how much this costs? And then real quickly, Google, you know, find how much it costs. It costs this. So if you
I do know how much it costs. I bought it. And I do know how, when I couldn't do Shakeology for a few months because of a school loan that I had to pay back, and it was mandatory being taken out of my every 2-week paycheck from my job. It cut into my Shakeology, and I wasn't coaching, and I hadn't made a big commitment with it or anything like that. And I guess it was like April maybe or maybe even May or June before I could even jump back on board with Shakeology.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I knew I was going to go back to it. There was no ifs, ands, or buts. It was always in the forefront of my mind after I got that school loan paid for. I was going to go back to doing Shakeology. And in the meantime, I kept thinking, man, my body's missing this. I was able to do it for about 3 months till I got hit with having to mandate to have 15% of my pay doc to pay the school loan back.
Yeah.
And so I looked up on the back of the bag the ingredients, and I was looking up what some of them were for. I knew what some of them were for. And I thought, well, the chia is not too bad, that gives me natural energy. And then the ashwagandha, I was at GNC one day, and I was talking to somebody that I know that works there about the Shakeology, and I was like, oh, it's got great ingredients. And I just felt so much better when I was, drinking my Shakeology every day. And I don't know how it came up, but the ashwagandha came up. And the guy at the store with GNC was telling me about it, what it's for. And I said, oh, how much is it? And he said, $12.99. And I'm like, okay, but you have to take 2 a day. So if you take 2 a day and there's only so many in that little bottle, then you're going to end up spending maybe $40-something,
right,
in a month just for a little bottle of ashwagandha, a stress reliever. So, that's how that works. So I see what you're saying. So I will try to formulate something and possibly do that.
Tell that story. When there was a time before I was a coach and I couldn't afford it, I went to see, how much would it be? Could I make it on my own? And realized one ingredient alone was gonna be a lot of money. And I could no way match that price and do it on my own. You could do that way, or I have a bunch of objections, and I think I sent or I tagged you in my the team call that we did. That we talked all about objections, and there in there it's not all talking. It's literally like you get to see PowerPoints of exact scripts of what you could say when someone comes up with an objection. Like I keep them all on my phone just so I have them all at hand at all times. So here's one option. If someone says it's too much money, you could, it might seem that way, but actually it's really an incredible deal. You have to remember that you are getting a month's worth of meals in bulk with Shakeology. It breaks down to $4 a meal, which is like a Starbucks latte. So that works as somebody like, I know I've got some friends and they go to Starbucks like every single day, but they go tell me that they can't afford Shakeology. I'm like, guess what? Your damn venti thing costs more than $4. And what did it do? It took like 1,000 freaking calories. And did it give you more? No.
And it's high in sugar. And if they're going every day, you just have to tell them, you figure the math for a whole month.
Exactly.
And then a year. And you tell them what they spent for a whole month. If they're going every day and they're spending that much, then you can figure it up for a whole month and tell them one total price. And plus you can tell them, you can Google that stuff and see what the nutrient fact is on the back of the Starbucks, and you can find out how much sugar, that's like smoothies that people get at McDonald's, and McDonald's has their smoothies up there for sale. Those things have 62 grams of sugar in them.
Or even like Jamba Juice. I hate it when people are like, oh, I went to Jamba Juice. I was like, oh, great. Just eat a candy bar. You have the same amount of sugar. You have the same amount of sugar. It wasn't any healthier because you thought you had. Like,
I haven't had a whole lot of people. I think, as soon as somebody did say something about the price, I just remembered what you and Annette, said, and I think something I sat in on once or twice. that, or I've seen it in a post. I know I've seen Annette say it. It's cheaper than going to the doctor. It's cheaper than the doctor bill. It's, and I think Annette sent me some things, a priceless comparison of like sugary coffee drinks from Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's and things like that. But I know I've had people say something about the price, and as soon as I shoot straight at them and say, well, I tie it in with my utility bills. I need my electricity, but I need my health too. And that pretty well shuts them up. And they look and they're like, oh, I didn't think about it that way.
Right, we don't. We're willing to sacrifice everything else.
I have all kinds of people put me off for whatever reason. They don't have a credit card. I have one lady, she did see my post about the Country Heat DVDs, and she didn't get in touch with me yet, but I noticed she looked at the post. She tried to apply for a credit card because she wants to get a challenge pack, and she wants to somehow use a credit card every month to do Shakeology, which I commend her for that, but she wasn't able to get the credit card. So I just told her, I said, well, Brenda, I said, think about all the things that you spend money on in a month, what you really need and what you really want. And I said, maybe put a little bit back. You know, if you can't get it this month, maybe you can start and swing it next month. But you have to think about your priorities and what you want. And then another lady that I work with, she said, well, I need to get my credit card paid down some. But she said, I really want to do the Shakeology. She's overweight. She's happy with herself, though. But she says the only reason that she wants to do this, she said, believe it or not, it's so I'll feel more comfortable when I'm in a romantic situation with my husband. I didn't really get that, but she wants to lose weight for that reason. So like I said, I don't really get that, but she's kind of put me on hold too. I mean, it's like everybody is looking. I see them peeking on my page, and people will ask me questions, but it's, and they seem satisfied with the answers, but I don't know exactly what they're waiting for. So I'm not going to quit trying, though. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And something's going to strike a nerve with somebody. Huh?
Sometimes you just have to call them out, on Facebook. Be like, hey, I see you all liking my post. I see what you all are doing.
Because I don't work that way. I worked in retail sales for a lot of years. I've sold just about everything, and I just I don't know. I learned over the years a lot of different things. You kind of have to stand back. I get discouraged. I tell Annette. I think I've told her a few times. I get discouraged, but I'm not going to give up. I like this product too good. And I'm not going to give up until somebody says, well, Margo, you're doing this, you're doing that. I mean, I've even signed up for webinar after webinar. The Steve guy, I can't say his last name. I like him because you can learn a lot within just a couple of minutes in one of those webinar sessions that he does. But I can't attend them all. But and I listen to you. I listen to Annette. I look at your videos. So I'm not going to give up until somebody says, well, you're doing everything okay, but you're not getting anywhere with this. So maybe you ought to quit. I'm not going to quit.
I don't think anyone's going to say that because really, since you are your own entity. So really, it's whenever you decide, you tell yourself, I don't want to do it anymore. We will never tell you you should stop.
Well, I just think that, I know we all, a lot of us were kind of worried about certain things, certain areas in this, in this particular type of work. But I just, I think that eventually, maybe I struck a nerve with somebody today. I don't like having to give away something it's just like, I don't like, putting anybody into Annette's group that she started, free for 5 days. I really don't like that, but sometimes when push comes to shove, you have to really put something out there to get something in return sometimes. So I just have to wait and see. But I really don't like that strategy. I
rarely do it. And if I give anything away, it's to those that have already bought a challenge pack and are, committed in a challenge group.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw that, I added someone for 5 days, and that's where I realized I've been relying on my coach, Kim, for the coach sneak peeks. And, lately she's just been really inconsistent. And I know she's going through her own stuff, but I feel that when we would do those 3 and 5 day coach sneak peeks, those were our opportunities for all those people who are unsure about buying a challenge pack, unsure about coaching, unsure about whatever they wanted to put out there. That was the time where we would just throw them in there, put them in that group, because it was free, and all it was all informational. We're showing information, and we're sharing posts, we're sharing stories, our why, how we got involved into Beachbody, and each of us have different reasons and different backgrounds. And I just realized, especially this month, where I don't think we're having one. And I just need to step up and just do it myself. I'm fairly, I have all of the content. It's not like I don't have it. I can do it. Again, it was just time. It's just time consuming, to
I have a quick question. Quick question. I'm confused about the challenges, because you have the one that starts the 1st, the day after Halloween, the 7-day free challenge, and actually there are 3 people that I invited. Out of everybody I invited, there's 3 that are going, and it's a crock pot. My first question thing is the crock pot. I don't own a crock pot. When I was no longer married, I threw out the cast iron skillet and the crock pot. So I don't have a crock pot. Do I have to have a crock pot?
No.
Okay.
It's not, you don't have to do the recipes. It's just me sharing the recipes, some people who are interested in it.
Okay. So what, all right. And the second challenge is the 21st of November. Mm-hmm. And that's just coaches, or that's anybody that has their challenge pack?
That's anybody. Mine is anybody starting on the 21st.
That if they have their challenge packs and the coaches.
Or they don't have to be a coach, as long as they've ordered a challenge pack in some way.
Okay, is that the one that's going to be on the app? The thing that's not the thing that we signed up for the Team Dauntlesss. That's for the coaches.
The Team Spirit, yes, that one is for the coaches. Yes.
And what date is that? I don't remember.
That starts November 1st.
So there's 2 things going on November 1st.
They're linked together. So
okay. All right.
My Challenge Tracker app and Team Spirit are one thing.
Okay.
Starting November 1st.
Now, that's the app. Okay. Now, the main question about that. I do have Beachbody on demand. Mm-hmm. When you posted that about the Team Spirit, and you said the 5 Shakeologies a day and the 5 workouts, that's for Team Spirit. Okay. You said any workout on Beachbody on demand, or a workout from Beachbody on demand. I have Beachbody on demand, but I may not be.
No. Any workout. Doesn't have to be on demand.
Okay, because I have demand, but it uses up a lot of data. I use my phone for everything. So I'm thinking, okay, if it is Beachbody on demand that you want the workout from, I don't mind doing that, but I'm going to do it.
I'm not going to know. I just want you to just log in like we did before with the health bet. You just have to have, have 5 show that you've done 5 workouts and you've had your shake 5 days out of the week.
I can do that, but I like to really be accountable, and if I can show a little bit of something that I did, then I'd like to be accountable. But if it has, I didn't know if it had to be Beachbody on demand or if, you know, if we should do the DVD so that you can see it, or
yeah, you can do whatever.
I can look into Comcast, but I don't know that I don't know that I can get that because I don't know how much that is. So I have to look into that, and I have to look into what I can do with that. So I just wanted to get that straightened out. So there's 2 challenges that they both start on the 1st. The one is the 5-5-5, and the other one, the Team Spirit, and the other one is the 7-day free crock pot.
Yes.
No,
Kristen, just post your calendar.
I'm going to.
Post the calendar.
I know. I was waiting. I was going to see if I was going to do add some more stuff, but I just need to post it.
And the one that's on the 21st, that's not in an app. That's just coming from you. That's
going to be on Facebook, yes, just normal.
Okay, so there's no app or anything like that. What are we doing on the 21st? What is
it? If you do Core de Force, then you'll be joining me doing Core de Force, but you can do whatever program you want to do in that group.
Well, I'm gonna buy that, and on the 1st, I am ready and prepared to buy that on November the 1st, and I want to go ahead and start doing it every day.
Go ahead.
And I want to post a picture or something in it every day if I can. I want to talk about it. Yeah. I want to do that. Absolutely. So
put that on your calendar.
Yeah.
Are we doing a challenge group? Are we doing something new on November the 1st for our group? I mean, are we going to change the name of it or what? Okay. I know a lot of us are doing the Core de Force.
Yes. And we're going to change the name to Kicking and Punching Through November.
What is it?
Kicking and Punching Through November.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Boxer gloves. Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm going to bed.
Okay, love you.
Bye, Mark.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. I love Margot.
I love her, but can you tell that she does not talk to too many adults?
Yeah, it's all good though.
I love her. Love her.
No, it gives me an idea. It gives me another perspective on how I need to explain things. And so
she was really confused no matter how I tried to explain it.
Yeah, so I think she's just more visual, and I just the more times we do these kinds of things, then the easier it'll be for her to figure it out. And I know it's complicated. We're releasing a program, and we're not going to start it right there.
I know.
I need to give people enough time
to get their program,
to get it, and to get excited for it. Right. So the last thing I wanted to share with you is I love this book already. I had to stop myself from reading. I was like, I got to stop. I need to eat, and I got to get ready for the team call. But I didn't even know she came out with a book. Lindsey Vonn.
Oh.
Did not even know she came out with a book. I literally was just like, let's go. I was in Target. My kids weren't listening to me. They wanted to run off into the toy section. So I said, well, screw it. I'm going to go into the book section, and if they don't follow them, tough luck. They have to figure out maybe mommy left them. It worked for me when I was little. It scared the crap out of me. So I found this book, and it was like 30% off, so that was always helpful too. So it was like under $20. But it's not just an actual book. It is, it's weird how it is. So it's a book sort of telling about her life. So I read the first chapter. I didn't really know how she got into skiing and her whole career. So she talks about that. I learned all about it real quick. Great. But then we go in, and that wasn't even chapter 1. That apparently was like the introduction, I guess. I think it was the introduction. Yes, it was the introduction. I read 26 pages of an introduction.
Holy cow.
But it was so good. And so I get to chapter 1, and chapter 1 is talking about the power, what's the power of the strong, the power of strong. and she talks about, she goes through mind, diet, fitness, and then glam, right? But throughout the whole thing, she's talking about her struggle in that, I don't even know how tall she is, but she's pretty tall. She's always one of the taller women, and sometimes she's even taller than the men. But she's always been, you know, bigger. She's never been like the size 4, you know. She's always going to have more of that athletic build, you know, bigger arms, bigger legs, especially legs because as a skier. And so she always sort of struggled with her body image, even as a skier. But then when she actually won the Olympics, then she had a lot of other things to do, you know, red carpet stuff. And then you start to see all these other people you're with, all these celebrities. And then she started to second guess herself. And then she stopped training as much because she was so busy. So she didn't train as often as far as lifting weights. And she enjoyed cycling and stuff like that. And so her body changed. Even though maybe it got leaner, she didn't like it. She, you know, because that wasn't the athletic look she was used to. And then when she went back to training, she wasn't nearly as strong as she used to be. So she came back to realizing, I have to go back to me. You know, that includes lifting weights, that includes cycling, that includes looking maybe bulkier, you know, and not as, you know, twiggy. But what I like is that the way that she's breaking down the book, and she says it's not going to be a typical diet book. She doesn't believe in diets. And this little section I want to do a video on it, because I think I've been going about it a little bit, and maybe people think that, you know, I talk about it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. People probably like think, blah, 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 whatever. But she said it, you know, and that many will only make you feel miserable, not thinner, and certainly not healthier. That she's tried nearly every diet there is, low carb, high carb, all protein, you know, no protein, you know, no meat protein, no sugar, you know, everything. And she just wanted to share. She thinks it's not a typical diet book. It's not going to be a typical exercise book either, because she doesn't believe there's one type of way to exercise. You know, there's always going to be somebody who says, this is the way to do it, and this is how you're going to get results, and blah, 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 blah. But is it the workout for you? So Shalene used to always talk about, you know, like your soulmate workout. And I haven't really talked about that in a while. You know, how, yes, some people love Insanity, and Insanity is their soulmate workout, you know. But other people can't stand it. They don't want to do a freaking burpee. They don't want to do a damn tuck jump. None of that crap, right? Other people, you know, P90X is their soulmate workout. You know, me, I have to really push myself to do P90X 3, and that's 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So you're never going to get me to do original P90X. Sorry, never. I'm never going to press play on that thing because it's too damn long. You know, or Body Beast. You know, I did Body Beast, but that's just really not my passion. Like, I don't love, like, getting up to 20, 40, 50 pounds. Like, that's just not me.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, we need to get back to that, you know, there's not one type that that's going to make you amazing. That's going to make you like skinny and toned, you know, and I'm super happy, you know. It's working to find that one. What, Theo? You go find him. It's okay. And so she talks about through her journey, through her life, she's found what works for her. And she calls it her fitness me. That it's skiing, cycling, and strength training. Those are the things that she loves. She hates running. She always hated it, and she was so thankful and blessed when she found cycling, and that when she got her very first sponsor was Red Bull. And Red Bull gave discounts to buy cycling gear. So that's how she got her first road bike, was because of, thankfully, for her her sponsorship. Oh my God, hold on one second. Okay. So what I'm excited about is how she's breaking it down. Is that she gives them the book later on a 1-week step-by-step plan on how to like plan your food. But then she gives like recipes. There's recipes of like her favorite meals. But then she also gives like a step-by-step fitness like workout. And then she even gives, what are they, 65 of her favorite Get Strong exercises, and 9 different circuit training workouts.
Wow.
All in this book. And I'm like, hell yeah. But in between all of it, it's her words. She's talking about it, you know, like it's different. She's got like these little, like within here, she'll have like a, did you know?
Oh.
Or like just take this color off. Or like a Lindsay's life lessons kind of thing, you know? So like it breaks it down visually, and she numbers it, because I love that too. And it's cool, you know, like she shows her body, like this is her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's real, you know, she's not, you know, 6 packs, it's none of, you know, nothing crazy. But I like the two that like she even has science stuff, like science-backed reason it's good to break up with skinny. So, you know, I enjoy it. And the chapters are sort of short. And she's got different things, like 4-step checklist before eating anything. You know, how to tell hunger from craving. Why dining out can be a disaster. And then she goes about like little examples about her dinner, her lunch. You guys need to figure it out. I'm not going to constantly help you. So she's got like all these different tips, whether it's from fitness to how to warm up, stretch, and prevent injuries. You know, like I'll listen to it. She's even got her playlist, like when I'm in a good mood but need to focus, and she's got like her top 10 songs.
Oh, sweet.
You know, when I'm frustrated or need an extra push, so she gives you some music. You know, so it's just like, I don't know, it's as if, you know, you're having like a one-on-one conversation. You're being able to pick apart her brain, like, well, how are you successful with this? How did you do this? Like, she put it all in a book. You know, she talks about her ultimate warm-ups or how to deal with injuries. I mean, in this one, I don't know if you know her story, but one race she fell and she tore her ACL and MCL, and she had a fracture in her tibial bone right above the knee. Got that repaired, took a long time, and then about almost a year. And then another race, she ends up tearing the same ACL, I think. Still races, hurt like hell. She had to go get that fixed. Did another race later, she goes and hurts the other knee. Gets that surgery done. Breaks up with Tiger Woods at that point. Super depressed, and I'm getting a dog in the process. And or no, she already had a dog. She had a second dog. She got the first dog when she had the first major knee surgery, and then she had the second dog for the other surgery because she felt bad that the first dog was alone all the time. And just like her strength, they said it was a 50-50 chance. Oh, and her meniscus was completely shredded. They had to completely remove that from her knee. And they said it was 50-50 chance that she would ever be able to ski again. And it took another year after that, and she did. She went and she skied. So I figure if she's able to go through, 4 knee surgeries, at least 4 major ones, maybe like other minor ones, then I could listen to it, you know, and I like it. Like she's got, you know, so she has pictures, and you know, she tells you step by step. I don't know what these symbols are. I'll have to figure out. She has symbols in here too. I don't know what a square, a circle, or diamond stand for. They stand for something. Or she got, you know, and she uses like exercise balls. So it's all different. She's not using any machines. It's all free weights, a bench, exercise ball. That's it, and the floor. Yeah. Oh, and a resistance band. So I thought it was cool. And then she goes ahead and gives you like her circuit training.
Oh, nice.
Oh, now I get what the circle with the shapes mean. One means beginner, intermediate, and an expert. She's got great quotes. You know, I mean, it's just a little bit of everything. So I felt like this would be perfect. It's like personal development, and then some. What, Theo? Please? Hey. Goodness. There you go. So I'm definitely going to be sharing tidbits, you know, probably I'll try and share more in the team page, just a little bit about this as well. I think just to get everyone used to, I'm not the type of person who wants to read like self-help, like personal development books that are always like this. Kim, that's what she needs to work on. Do you know what I mean? I don't necessarily like those ones. I honestly really dislike how it's written, and I'm not interested, and I'm bored out of my mind. Like this book, the leadership book, it's good, but you don't see me like excited to read it like this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't relate. Well, I don't relate to a 60-plus-year-old man who ran a church.
Right.
That doesn't look like me. It doesn't look like the people I connect with. So, you know, an athlete who has, you know, battled a lot of shit and handled it, you know, and through her career, she's gotten married, injuries, divorced, you know, high-profile relationship that was really, that was really bad and broke up, you know. That's who I connect with. So those are the types of things. And so I feel like I learned just as much from reading other people's lives,
right,
than I do with a lot of these personal development books. And this one, I'm excited, but I'm still not sure I'm keeping this one. I like it because I watch a lot of stuff from this Pop Sugar. You know, she's the creator of Pop Sugar that you'll see on the internet all the time. And I like this one mainly because the way of what I read the back of the book is all it was, really, is that this is a book for people who want to build a personal all-star team, invest in what they love, and find an exercise they don't hate.
Oh, that's nice.
You know? So that's what I was like, okay, it's for people who embrace sneakers and statement heels with equal enthusiasm. For people who want to build a family or find that perfect partner, people who want a job that makes them happy, people who want to live colorful, interesting lives and make every second count. So this was under, I think this was like $10. Yes, use your words. What? Use your words. Push the button. It's not the end of the world. Oh my gosh, you are crazy. 0, 2, 5, 7. I don't know what happened here. Okay, there you go. Yeah, and you're naked. Of course you are. So this one I'm not starting. This one I'm not going to start until I've finished at least 2 more books. I've got to finish the leadership, and I got to finish the feelings book. Then I'll start this one. But this one was definitely well worth the money already, I can tell. Just with, even if I don't like the recipes, just with the workouts alone and the tips, you know, this I'm sure like will give me tons of ideas for posts on how to share, you know, because that's the thing I feel like we need to do a little bit more better on as far as our posts. I see Tanya doing it, and I mean Kim does it a lot, you know. She'll talk about like, you know, top 5 things, you know, blah, 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 you know. Like today she went live and shared, I think, like the 3 symptoms that she experienced before, you know, actually getting tested and diagnosed. Those things people catch on, you know, they want to know top 5, top 3, even top 10, like really quick kind of thing. So it could be, you know, like 5 items you will always find in my fridge. You know what I mean?
Right.
People, I don't know why, but when we put a number, people are interested in that. They're nosy anyways. So by having by saying, trying to say your top 4 or 10 ways warming up can transform your workout. And I don't even think warming up is a problem. I think people don't cool down. So that could be a post, top 5 cool down moves after a workout, and so you could either do it in a video, you could write it, type it down, and then maybe give a little blurb, as to research as to why cooling down is just as important as warming up. Or you could do your, favorite move. Like with Quarter Force coming out, you could do favorite combo, you know what I mean? From today's workout.
Well, so did you notice this week I have been doing a video. I did Country Heat. I did Side. Now I'm doing 22-minute hardcore. But even when I've been posting, I am always sharing what I'm doing.
Yes.
My content is getting way better, like the Shakeology today, my workout. I'm always inviting and sharing what it does. So I'm using more content and telling my story, how it works for me. So
yeah. I don't know if you saw, Kim's post where she shared, when she started, she would post a sweaty selfie, and then that was it. There was no, it doesn't even have to always have an invite, whatever, but it could at least just have an aha moment, you never would have done this, before Beachbody or before you tried this workout, or that's a great time where you can ask a question, have you worked out? What, what's your favorite, blah, blah, blah. Like today, with my books.
Right.
What are you currently reading? What's your favorite? My top favorite things to go shopping, workout clothes and books. What's your favorite? That kind of thing, when you share your shake, and I love your themes that you've got this month. They're really great. I want to do that again. I think that was fun and everyone enjoyed that.
Everyone loves it in my group. In fact, Sam made next month's, and it's about working out with your Shakeology.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's going to be way different than what we're doing now.
That's awesome.
I'm excited. She's taking the lead. I'm going to let her, and I'm just going to.
I'm gonna message her, ask her if I can use that in mine as well. For the challenge tracker app.
Yeah.
Because then you don't have to create. Then you guys don't have to recreate it. It'll just be.
Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, ask her. I have it, but ask her.
Yeah, exactly. She created it, so yeah, I'll ask her.
She came up with it, and I made it, and then I sent it back to her and told her, since you created it, you're gonna present it.
Yeah.
They have to start learning how to run their teams. She's doing better than.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Doing really good. Her group page is really strong.
No, I mean, I think everyone's going to be at their own pace, And next week we'll start the Coach Basics training as well. So just make sure you've got whatever coaches that want to go through it, add them in there. And
yeah, it's just Christina Cook. She's the one.
Okay, she's at it. Yeah.
She got approved. Now they're just approved to be a coach. She messaged me today, but now they're just waiting for the paperwork to say you're approved.
Oh, so that's awesome, though.
I threw her in there because it's coming. Hopefully by the end of November. So we might as well throw her in. So if she doesn't get it, we can tweak her,
Right.
And she'll be good to start in December.
Okay.
And I'm working on Alicia. I think she would make it good.
Yes.
But
heck yes, she would.
I didn't know she takes care of her brother that is mentally challenged.
Yes.
Plus her husband's been sick, so she has a lot on her plate, so I'll wait.
Well, mention to her, you know, that, okay, Theo, you know, that she's phenomenal in her post. I mean, I love it. That, yes, I heard you. That, I would not be surprised if she already, if at least 2 other people are in her life, you know, wouldn't be interested in what it is that she's doing.
She's almost down 50 pounds, and
you know
she.
what I mean? So I think she should start posting as if she is a coach. Say, hey, you know what? I'm starting this new program. I really, you know, I could use I'm looking for 3, you know, girlfriends who want to do this with me because you know this stuff works because I've already lost almost 50 pounds and blah, 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 blah. Work it that way. Then when she's got those 3 people, sign her up as a coach because those 3 people are going to pay for her Shakeology.
Okay, because she's already a discount coach.
She'll, you know, then she'll every month, she'll be breaking even.
Right.
You know what I mean? She just needs those 3 coaches. And then she's breaking even every month. So it's not any extra coming out.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, I would, you know, even if I want everyone to know that the Coach Basics training is not for people, it's not just for people who are ready to work the business right now. I want it for every newbie coach because you can't really make a solid, sound decision unless you actually have a really good grasp on what the business is.
Okay.
So I would definitely talk with all your coaches and just be like, I really want you guys to just join us. If you want to just listen and take the information and not participate, that's fine. But I want you to be able to have all the information you can before you really go ahead and say, I'm just going to be a discount coach. I don't want to be a working coach.
Okay.
Right? Because you already say it, but you've never, because they see what we're doing now.
Right.
They don't know what we were doing at the very beginning and how, you know, lost we were or trying too many things all at one time.
Right. Right.
You know, or be like, I don't want to touch the computer, I'm going to break it. So, yeah, I would definitely just urge them. It's going to be good. It's going to be combo. You know, each day it's going to have my content, and then they're going to watch a video from Christine Dwyer.
Okay.
So they're going to get both, and they're not necessarily going to coincide. So they might be hearing something from Christine that I haven't talked about, but I think that's a good thing because then when I bring it up, then it's like review.
Right.
Well, when she brings it up, it's a review, but we might be saying it in different ways.
Okay.
Which, you know, which I say in the video. How I say it might not make sense to you, or how Christine says it might not make sense to you, so that's why I'm showing you guys both.
Okay.
Oh my God, this kid. I swear to God, we have like cups everywhere. Driving me insane.
Hi.
Say hi, Annette.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Annie. How are you?
So, other than that, I can turn you over here. Other than that, do you have anything? Do you have any questions?
I'm not stressing this month. I have 6 links out and nobody's filling them out. And I was getting angry, and then I thought, you know what? Just let it go.
Yeah.
I can't make them. They all committed at the beginning of the month. I posted about it. Then I was feeling guilty that, oh, they're not going to believe me. I'm like, fuck this. I ain't doing it. You know what? They're out there.
Yes.
I sent them a link. I sent them a message Sunday. I ain't going to do it. Next Sunday, I'll send them another one.
Yep.
If they don't sign up, then I'll move on next month.
Right.
But
yeah, I've got a girlfriend. She used to be a coach. She quit. And she keeps saying every single month she wants country heat. And I just finally messaged her. I was like, I'm not trying to bug you, but you said you wanted to get back on track. You said that, you know, enough was enough. So
Right.
enough is enough. Do you want country heat still? Do you want to be a part of this group? I just need to know. Because if you don't really want to, then I'm going to stop bugging you.
Right.
And then she's like, no, you're not bugging me. I will get it at the end of this week. And I'm like, all right, we'll see.
Right. So I've reached out to everybody. I have 3 more leads from my post today, just putting the containers, don't count calories containers, and then my meal underneath. And I did a little thing. This is how I eat. If you want to know how it does, it's easy, it's simple. You don't have to weigh, you know. I've gotten 3 messages, private messages from there, and one girl messaged me on it, and I didn't give her the price because that's what she asked for. I just listed everything in the challenge pack, plus me as her coach, plus the private group, and then did her a picture of everything that it comes with,
Right.
and left it. And if she doesn't respond, I'll wait a couple of days and then I'll respond to her. But I'm getting more messages now that I'm sharing that this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So
I told you.
yeah, I haven't done any invites. I'm still stuck on that, but I have a lot of posts that I just haven't posted yet.
Okay.
It's a block. I don't know. It's all there. I'm ready.
You know, you've got it. You know, it's a process, and I have seen the change as far as in your posts, and so it's progress. It's moving forward. You know what I mean? And it's not my place to say, you know, whether, you know, I want you to do more or whatever. You do at your pace, you know, what you know you can handle.
Right. And I was getting too stressed out in Kim's group. Since I haven't been in that all-in group, sure, it motivates me, but also it makes me feel guilty that I'm not doing enough. And then I just don't do anything. So it's like, you know, I just got to be me, and I can't keep up with them bitches. I can't. I still read their posts, but you know what? I'm not posting every day that I did my daily vital behavior. I do them. I know I do them. I don't need to post them every fucking day. It's just a waste of my fucking.
So for me, it takes so much time.
Yes.
To stop and to write those things when I could just be writing something else.
Right. Or I could be doing something else.
Yeah.
And if she wants to kick me out, feel free, because I'm not going to get hurt. I know what I'm doing.
She hasn't kicked me out. She hasn't kicked me out.
Yeah, right.
I hardly.
Right.
I may drop rank. And that, I know. It's shocking. I know. It sucks. And I don't know. It's just crazy. It's just like there's 4 people all on my right side that all of a sudden, like,
oh shit,
I skip this month and this and that and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh my God, crap. All right, well, now I know what side I need to start building back up again.
Yeah. Billy Joe had to put hers on hold.
Yeah.
Because she quit and she has 4 bags.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to lose rank, but I'm trying it hard not to. But,
right.
You know, I'm excited that I got it. I want to stay excited, but I'm not going to kill myself and feel guilty that I'm not doing enough when I'm working all the time still. I just quit posting in Kim's group because after that, you know, I got a bad taste and I haven't let it go yet, I think.
I hear you. And that's,
so, yeah.
I mean, same with me too. And I've just, you know, I'm just going to let that just be, it'll always be there. And I'm just going to move on, you know. Am I going to be like, write her off? No, I'm not going to write her off. But I'm just going to know I'm going to be buddy and super close.
Right.
It's not just her, you know, some of the other ladies too. I know. Okay.
Yeah. And the ones that
Oh, you are.
the ones I'm close to in that group, I instant message.
Yeah.
Kim Shaw, Jennifer, Shelly,
Mhm.
and Nicole, the one that bought the cowboy boots. Those are the 4 women that reach out to me, and I respond, and I reach out to them. That's the only 4 women I follow in that group.
Mm-hmm.
And I listen to Kim every morning when she does her live video.
I
So
love her. Oh my gosh. I love her. She's awesome.
yeah.
So the only thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I'm actually going to stop the